Knife dope. More dope. Come and get your fix. What's up, fuckers? Your boy's back with a fresh batch of dope. Knife dope. That's right, people. The hits don't stop. Look at this Kaviso exclusive. As a matter of fact, this is the only knife I think I've ever purchased from Kaviso. There might be another one out there. And also, this knife is important to me. This was the very first quote-unquote premium knife I had ever purchased. You know, this one was like, I think like $135 way back in 2022. And it was the first time your boy ever spent that much money on a knife. Who'd have thought within 2 years I would have blown that total out the water? But this is a great one, man. I think, to be honest with you, this is by far QSP's best knife in catalog. This one and the full size, or rather the extra large Penguin. I really wish that they would put a hollow grind on this. They have a hollow grind on their slip joint version. This one's got the Mokutai pocket clip. But anyways, that's not what we're here to talk about, people. We've got another Kaviso exclusive. One that a lot of people did not anticipate ever coming back. And so without further ado, let's get to the dope. Okay, like I mentioned, you know, I have spoken privately to a couple of people who were kind of in their feelings a little bit because this knife was not supposed to have been released, you know, at least according to what they tell me. But this is, as you see here, a Kaviso and Sharp by Design exclusive. This is coming to us from the wild mind of Mr. Brian Nadeau, and it is the Mini Tempest. Now, you know, I tried a Sharp by Design last year. I bought my very first one, which was the Mini Typhoon. Did not stick around. As a matter of fact, that's what allowed me to get the infamous Sons of Liberty rendition, 1776. Don't you forget, goddammit. And I just trying to think really what it was for me with that one was the single form of deployment, which was that flipper. They had a fuller, but you couldn't really access it without fucking an act of Congress. But none of that's important. This right here is exquisite. You know, this has really changed my mind on these Sharp by Design knives. And the funny part is I actually tried one of the original Mini Tempest, and I didn't like it as much as I like this one. Also, before I get into this, I want to give a big thank you to the governor, otherwise known as Mr. Danny Boy, for sending this down my way. But I digress. These come in at $425. There's a few different versions to choose from. I know a couple of them are sold out, but this one right here is actually sold out. This is in this Shipwreck fat carbon or camo carbon inlay that looks brilliant. It is a seamless inlay, so you really can't, it feels like one solid piece of material. These are OEM by Riot, so you should expect perfection. We've got multiple forms of deployment. You've got this nicely jimped front flipper, and then you got some fuller, and I can easily access that fuller. We've got a beautiful drop point blade here in S90V, steel of the gods, 3.53 inches of it, as I wipe down these disgusting fingerprints. We've got a nice hand rub satin finish. Now, you also could have got yourself a Bowie blade shape, and I kind of dig that one, you know. I looked at them online and they look great. Nicely contoured titanium handles as well. 7.8 inches is the overall length. Nice bolster lock apparatus. We've got not ample room, but enough to disengage. Very, very smooth, glassy smooth, I might say. We've got the those distinct pivots. Full titanium hardware, backspacer. Oh, there ain't no backspacer. Pocket clip, as well as the rest of the hardware. I'm blown away with the smoothness of this. Now, a lot of that has to do with the actual, they call it an integral detent system. I know a lot of people refer to it as a detent nub, but on the site they call it an integral detent. I mean, this is beautiful. You know, like, so, but I was also mentioning how allegedly he wasn't supposed to release this model anymore. I don't know exactly what happened or how Kaviso got him to do this. I tried to find out a little bit of information, and on the website, it actually mentions a guy called Wayne's World. Like, I saw his name in there. I guess he's got a YouTube channel. I guess he had something to do with this too, as far as I can understand it. But we've got 140 thousandths for our blade stock thickness. Nice swedge there on the spine, or rather the tip of the spine, with a beautiful flat grind is going to result in, you guessed it, a slicey hoe. Front flipper also tuned to perfection. Feels fantastic in the hand. No hot spots due to that pocket clip, which is right hand tip up. There is a little portion where you can kind of, not really choke up, but you still can get that full purchase, no refund. Fantastic job on the plunge grind. Edge termination is done well. And the action is, look at that, hydraulic even. Just fucking amazing. Acoustically, sounds brilliant. We've got 3.2 ounces is the weight on this version. Your Bowie version comes in at 3.14. You know, $425 is not a little bit of money. It's a lot of money. But I tell you what, for this craftsmanship, this design, I get it. I understand it. Even though it is Chinese made, I know a lot of people wouldn't want to spend that money on a Chinese made knife. I try to keep politics out of it. To me, it's just really about the knife. Granted, of course, you've heard me wax poetic about it. I'm going to always try to go American made first, but not at the detriment of a knife and not at the detriment of missing out, goddammit. All right, let's go ahead and put some knives up for some size comparison. Basically, a little bit of knife flexing. You know how the fuck we do. Gotta roll with America first. We're going to come hard on this one. Favorite knife in the collection. We're going to go with the McNeese Mac II 3.5 rendition. More American dope for your palate. The Mordax with a set of titties. And so you can see that this Mini Tempest is smaller than the Mordax and about the same size as the Mac. Let's do a couple more, shall we? How about some Italian vibes? One of my best pickups this year, the GM11, manufactured in Maniago, Italy. How about some Spyderco in your life? We're going to go with the Capara, which is never fucking carried by me. You know, it's a shame because it's a good goddamn knife. So we can see that the Mini Tempest is smaller than the Capara. Let's do two more. God damn it, two more. Another one of my favorite pickups this year, coming from the budget realm and also from China, is going to be this Asher Knives Okudo. Last but certainly not least, we got this one, which does not get spoken about enough. And that is the Griffin Scout F3. And so that Mini Tempest is bigger than both of these. I like it, people. I really, really do. If I wasn't so stretched financially with commitments, with purchases, listen, I have got some shit coming this week. And I still got another one. As a matter of fact, the governor, a.k.a. Danny Boy, he sent me 2 knives. This is number 1. I contemplated giving them to you both in the video, but I think they both deserve their own video. So not only do I got wonderful people sending me stuff, I also went ahead and I managed to get a knife that was highly, highly sought out. You know I don't fuck around. You know I'm in these streets. I'm connected, goddammit. But more importantly, I want to know what you fuckers think. Are you mad that they re-released this Tempest? Tell me all about it. Love you, mean it. Until the next time. Cut something. Cut someone. Just don't cut yourself. Stay dangerous, fuckers.